Brexit recovery and the stages of the Brexit narrative. My name is Mike Cashman, the channel is Britannia Waves the Rules, and I've been looking at the stages of Brexit, the Brexiter narrative, so the stages of Brexit as defined by the Brexiters. So the first stage, stage one, and this is going many years back, was kind of an unfocused, I want my country back, a yearning for an idealised past. But this became much more focused in 2016 with the Leave campaign. Very specific pledges, £350 million a week for the NHS. The sense of sunlit uplands, and if there was any problem achieving those, not to worry, because they need us more than we need them. The moment we vote to leave, we hold all the cards. Sounded like nothing could go wrong. But that narrative changed completely for stage 3 in 2019, at which point the talk was of no more negotiation, oven-ready deal, get Brexit done. This sense of an unpleasant thing that needed to be got through, like an operation or a fumigation, and once it's done, we won't have to worry about it anymore. Notice how each stage of the narrative replaces the previous narrative, and has to, because the previous narrative is unsustainable. So that was stage 3. Stage 4 was we don't talk about Brexit. Maybe hard to recall this now, but for quite a while after the Brexit deal was done and during, or supposedly done, signed at any rate, and during lockdown, we're focusing on COVID now. We don't talk about Brexit. That would be divisive. Let's not talk about Remain, Leave anymore. So whatever problems are occurring, we don't attribute them to Brexit. It's hard to remember because that stage 4 is over. Again, it was unsustainable and the problems are now recognised, and the narrative is about, let's see if we can find the benefits of Brexit. Let's see if we can find what it is that it was all done for. And so we have the Minister for Brexit Opportunities, the Director of Brexit Opportunities that was advertised for, I don't think ever filled. The talk is of finding Brexit opportunities, finding Brexit benefits. We don't know what they are. We can poll the public, but the sense is that they must be there somewhere. So this is very much a narrative of finding out what Brexit was for, finding a purpose for it, recovering it from its state of failure, because if we haven't got any benefits, then clearly it's failed. Now, people may not be explicit about that, but the implication of this searching for some reason for doing Brexit, the implication of this is that what we're talking about is recovering a failed Brexit, though that's not the language that's actually used. But that's what all of the talk of what's being done in stage 5 implies. Where do we go from there? I don't know, because we rejoiners don't define the narrative. It's defined by the Brexiters. I do know that it will change, as the previous ones have done, because in each case, the previous narrative was unsustainable. And so we might move from a current stage, which is in effect recover the failed Brexit. We might move to another stage with a slight adjustment of wording to recover from Brexit. Now let's recognise the problems that Brexit has caused and see if we can unite as a country and move together to overcome them. Where does it go after that? Again, I don't know. This is defined by the Brexiters, but it must change. Perhaps to move on from Brexit. So this is a little bit like the earlier one. We don't talk about Brexit. These things can go in circles, though the previous narrative has to be replaced each time. So it might be move on from Brexit. We have a new Prime Minister, so let's accept all the Brexit problems as the new normal. We see shades of this with the references to Dover, as maybe that's just the way that getting to the continent will be from now on. So accept all the Brexit damage, but don't complain about it. Accept that that's the way life is and move on from Brexit is what the Brexiters would like us to do. But if you don't agree with that, if, like me, you think a better way would be to rejoin the EU and address those problems, then join us on the National Rejoin March in London on Saturday, 10th of September. I'm Mike Cashman. Channel is Britannia Waves the Rules. Thank you.